Right, we're going to try again. Basically, for those of you that weren't on earlier, I was going to do a stream about the Radiascan 701A, and it got completely derailed because it was full of people that didn't want to, stay on topic. Because the thing is, I don't mind having streams now and again, of course, where we talk about gas masks, helmets, whatever. It was particularly one just to talk about Geiger counters, and what ended up happening during that stream, of course, was that nearly everybody, even if I answered their question, said, now can we go back to talking about Geiger counters? We just non-stop keep talking about whatever, so I just ended the stream, basically. Because, if people aren't going to stick to the subject of the stream, then we don't do a stream. That's how it works. So, we'll try again doing the Radiascan 701A stream to talk about geigers and radiation detectors or whatever. I don't know if a notification will even go out for this, because obviously there's been a video and a stream earlier today. So knowing my luck, YouTube probably won't even notify people about this now. But if we don't get anybody on, then I'll just end this stream as well. But hopefully, maybe a notification will go out. But yeah, all right, radioactive cow. Yeah, let's hope so. I managed to decontaminate it, which took quite a while, but I used wet wipes and rubbing alcohol, sort of very gently getting it in and then letting it drain out and evaporate. Oh, you did get a notification, that's good, but there's only 3 people on, so I assume most people didn't. But yeah, so it's working absolutely fine now, and I do really like it, but yeah, it was a bit frustrating earlier as well. They got contaminated. And obviously I had to clean down all the keyboard and everything else. And I still have no idea what did that, because nearly all the sources I was showing earlier were like sealed sources. When it's like a bit of plastic or a bit of metal that encases the source, not where it's just like a powder that can leak out. But who knows? But yeah, weirdly, nobody's coming on, it seems. So this might end up being a very short stream as well. Hopefully the batteries are completely fully charged on it as well now. I've also set it to 50% brightness rather than the original 100% I had it on. All right, Apache. But yeah, so the cover on this is quite interesting. I'll just go over this now. This one, I think, does background to 10 millisieverts, so essentially 1 Rontgen. I think the higher, more expensive Radiascan, I think that's the 801, goes up to into the sievert range, that sort of thing. So, but this is good enough for radiation, background radiation, and telling you if something's gone seriously wrong. But yeah, the back cover's quite interesting, because obviously there's your alpha mica window. But yeah, the back cover's interesting because you've got the gamma bit where obviously only gamma is designed to penetrate it, because they've got a bit of lead or something in there. Although strong hard beta would get through anyway. And then you've got that bit, which is like the beta one, because it's like the plastic's thinner on that bit, which is quite clever. So on that bit, it's more sensitive, so you can turn the back cover 2 ways around, which is quite good. Because I was using it on samples. I literally just explained that, Keaton, but I'm glad you're not listening already. Only 3 minutes in the stream and you're managing it. Great. Right. Assuming that you are completely honestly didn't hear what I just said, I don't actually know, because I made sure not to use any loose powders with it, and it still got contaminated. So I really don't know how it happened. But I also got a load of shit on my hands, so I had to spend ages cleaning all my hands down, cleaning all the desk down, and I still don't know how it happened, because there weren't any loose check sources. It also might have been because it wasn't charged up properly. Maybe that was an issue. It should be fully charged now, but yeah, you literally just swap it round, radioactive cow. I'm not sure if you have to change anything with the voltage, but the SBM20 is very similar to that Chinese tube it uses by default, because it's essentially like the same voltage and sort of counts essentially per second for dose equivalents, I think. But SBM20s won't get set off, at least by UV light, like the other ones do. But yeah, that's completely working as normal now. If there's any contaminants on it, it's so low that it's literally showing as background. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, radioactive cow, those glass tubes aren't just a copy of the Chinese one. What, a Radiascan or what? Don't forget you still owe me that money for that mask I sent you one time, Keaton, and I doubt you're going to pay me that back, are you? But Yeah, so that's the 701 is a nice counter, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot more tests with it. But obviously, as I said, I'm mostly going to be taking it up to wind scale soon to be taking readings there. So where a load of people saying to me, can I do stress tests on it? I'm certainly not going to do any stress tests on it till I've actually had a day out using it, because I don't want to essentially break it straight away. Yeah, the good thing, at least with having the alpha window, is you can check to see, have you got any contamination anywhere? So I'm just taking it over my keyboard at the moment. That seems all fine. It seems I cleaned it down properly earlier. Yep. And the mouse is completely fine. What about my mobile phone? Any radiation on my mobile phone? No radiation in the hair. Good. Yep. So yeah, that's all working perfectly now. As I said, I'll put the cover back on this way around. Let's actually see if the plasma ball messes it up. I bet it will. Oh, would you look at that? Plasma ball doesn't mess it up. That's a bloody good little counter then. Let's try it without the back cover on, because it should in theory do it now, but... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it just does greater than 10 millisieverts when it overloads. So yeah. The range on this goes to 10 millisieverts. And then it just says greater than 10 millisieverts. So essentially it goes to 1 Rontgen. Yeah. The nice thing is it didn't seem to cut out, because some counters cut out when you do that and just stop working. So it seems this one will literally just tell you it's a really, really high dose and won't, you know, do any more. But yeah, the nice thing at least is it seems with the back cover on, that totally stops it crapping out when you put it next to a plasma ball, which is actually really impressive, because I've never seen a plastic geiger before that does that. So this is actually a pretty good case. But yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to end this stream in a few minutes, because YouTube's obviously not sent the notification out for many people. But that's the problem with YouTube, is that you either have a thing like earlier where you do a stream and it gets completely derailed, and then if you try and do another one later in the day, you get no notification, you know. But that was a video for people to watch earlier, at least the one on the M1 helmet. No point in using Twitch for YouTube streams, because I'm a YouTuber, you know. Twitch is fine if you're a gaming channel or whatever, or you do gaming videos, but because I mostly do YouTube stuff, that's just going to split the audience. Like Weapon Collector uses Twitch when he does stuff, but that's also because he's demonetized by YouTube. But yeah, even though Twitch would be more reliable for sending out people notifications, I don't really see the point on just streaming via Twitch and then not on YouTube. You know, I don't really want to split between lots and lots and lots of different platforms. I don't have a problem with Twitch fighting Welsh. It's just, for most people, they want to come on YouTube. But I mean, the problem with YouTube, as we said before, is it doesn't send out notifications half the time. Whatever else. Right, I'll be off here. I'll be off in about 2 minutes, and if lots of people don't come on. Oh, yeah, so Yorkshire Tom's just come on saying he didn't have a notification. I was literally just going off because barely anybody had come on. I've been on 10 minutes, basically. Wow, yes, that was the I haven't seen him personally, but that was the Japanese guy that died due to acute radiation syndrome. Poor bastard. He's not from Fukushima. Had nothing to do with Fukushima. It was from a nuclear reprocessing plant. No, it happened in the 1990s, I believe. It was from nuclear. Basically, it was from a criticality accident. Let me look at the dates. It happened on the 11th of March, 1997, at the Tokiyamura plant. An explosion occurred in a Donan plant. Another serious criticality happened. Basically, yeah, it had nothing to do with Fukushima. Yeah, Yorkshire Tom, it's because YouTube just randomly won't send notifications out now and then, which, you know, is shit for creators, but that's just how they do it, where they randomly say, oh, we're not going to notify people anymore because we don't think this channel's being, like, having enough likes or whatever else. Don't forget to like this stream for everybody that's on, because it only has 2 likes and there's 20 people on. Might as well get the likes up before I go off, just so YouTube doesn't punish me even more. Yeah, the Radiascan, to cut a long story short, the Radiascan does seem to be a very good Geiger counter. I'm enjoying using it. Well, it's picking up background, but there's always background radiation. So yeah, it's a 0.2 microsievert, which is pretty much the background level I get around most of the house in the area I live. Some of the areas near here, you sometimes go down to 0.15, but that's about it. But yeah, if you want to see how the guard works, because this is quite interesting, I'll just demonstrate this. This will show you how the readings change. So if we take the guard off completely, so we expose it to all types of radiation, so there's the alpha window, then we put this on the back there. We're getting about high 30s, 40 microsieverts. So that's all combined readings. Then if we do the thinner section of the back cover, so this should be basically beta and gamma. When I get it in place. There we go. As you can see, that's cut the reading down massively if you had it like a conventional Geiger counter, because we're at like 7 now rather than 40. So just simply having a bit on the back there cuts it down massively. Then, if we switch it to the side which blocks even more energy, you'll see it'll be even lower again. Yeah, and as you can see, barely getting to 1 microsievert now of the bit of gamma that comes off of this. If you bought one fighting Welsh between £200 and £300, Radiascan sent me one for free, so I'm pleased about that. Thank you, Radiac Maniac. You've given me the money back you owed me, so yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, Radiascans are good though. But yeah, the thing I do like with it is the display and everything. So obviously, it won't focus all that well on YouTube. Let me flick this light off and see if that helps a bit. But well, the reason for it, the Fighting Welsh, is because I've reviewed so many Geiger counters on here. I think companies realise if they send me one for free, it's like free advertising, isn't it? So yeah, there's that one. So there's that mode. If we get the menu up, so that's the gamma mode. There's, if it focuses, that's search mode. Let's try search mode. So I assume that's where it basically tells you. I don't know how search mode differs completely from the other mode, but I suppose it shows you if there's little peaks, doesn't it? Yeah, that must be the point of search mode. So that's the search mode. Let's see what other modes there are on it. There's detection. I won't bother with that. Detection mode is basically like the others, where you can put it on something for like 5 minutes, and I think it gives you an average of the radiation. Yeah, it's a Radiascan. All right, thank you, Keaton, Radiac Maniac. I appreciate it, because yeah, now that's back, I'm a lot more pleased. But yeah, thank you. Right, so beta as well. this will be beta flux. I can't remember technically exactly what beta flux does, but it says cover the put the cover. Okay, so I assume I have to put the cover on probably this way round. I assume for beta flux. Yeah, put the cover with that symbol on it. So yeah, there we go. Now does it start registering whatever it has to do? Or do I have to press something to confirm? I see. Yeah, you turn the measurement mode on. There we go. Just today, dry, Burnsy. So let's see how long it takes to do the measuring. Yeah, this is basically telling you, I guess, contamination, the beta mode. Do you mean the people who do it in the modern day? Yeah. I've got a therapy as well. It's in my drawer, I think. Yeah, as I said, that's why you keep them in the bag, Radiac Maniac, because once you contaminate them, they become pretty useless. Right, anyway, I'll cancel taking that reading for now. What other modes are there? Finished. Right. There's the log, options, information, and alpha. Let's have a look at alpha mode. So it says put the cover. I assume this is similar to the other one, but you just open the cover up, I assume. Although it says put the cover like the other way. No, the point is, radioactive cow, that you can't use it for measuring background anymore. If you get contaminants on it, it will constantly be reading high. Yeah, it's lead. You can't really easily put it on. They basically wrap the tube in lead. Yeah, I think in general, the default mode, the gamma one, is the most useful, because the gamma mode is basically the one where it yeah, because you're obviously meant to have, technically for this mode, although it doesn't matter, you're meant to have it closed like that. And then the idea is what you're seeing is absorbed gamma dose. All right, Vladimir? Let's see if I can actually get this. I wonder if you can change the units in the cool. So there's a dosimeter mode as well. So that's total absorbed dose since I guess you last cleared it. So 56.63 microsieverts there. But yeah, can we change the unit for the let's have a look. So I'd like to put it in Rontgens if they're on here. Modes, gamma, dose unit. Yes, you can. Excellent. Right, there we go. Dose rate. You can change the alarm things. Dose, you can change the alarms. So you can have sieverts or Rontgens. Excellent. Right, there we go. Micro Rontgens. And now if we take the cover off. That's all right. You've sent it now, so it doesn't matter. Thank you. 3.8 milli Rontgen. I definitely prefer having Rontgens on as a measurement as opposed to thing. And it's nice this uses micro Rontgens as well when you're at a low number. Let's see what happens and being very careful not to contaminate it, so I'll keep it in the plastic. Let's see what happens if you put all this against that. So that's 16 millirontgen. There was a Soviet meter that maxed out at 3.6 Rontgen, but it technically maxed out at 1 millirontgen per second, hence 3.6 Rontgen per hour, because 3,600 seconds in an hour. I can never remember the name of it. I've been told it several times and I always forgot. It's a shame I can't find my little sample of what's it called. Somewhere I have a little sample of I'm trying to think of the name of the thing. Carbon 14. It's a shame I can't find that because the carbon 14 bit I've got is about 3.5 Rontgen when it's put inside an ion chamber or a Geiger counter. But unfortunately, I don't know where it is because I've obviously put it away safely somewhere and now I can't find it. I was checking it's not in one of these sort of display things, but no, it's not in that one. Yeah, somewhere I do have a bit of carbon 14, but you know, unfortunately, I don't know where that is at the moment. It will be in with, you know, a box full of other things I've got to keep it safe, but where that is, I don't know. Yeah, there was a bit in that video where it was 40 Rontgen per hour, and when you've got a meter reading that, you know you're really fucking about with stuff you shouldn't be fucking about with. Right, I'm going to put the cover back on this, but yeah, I'm even happier now I found out this can switch to Rontgens. So yeah. Right, I'll finish the stream fairly soon, I said, because it didn't obviously send out a notification properly for most people. What's the granny vid? What? Yeah, like I said, I had to spend ages wiping down the keyboard and everything, and I've got this decontaminated as well, but yeah, YouTube didn't send out a notification for this. It's annoying because there's been a lot more sensible people on this evening, because the problem when I streamed earlier was, for the people who didn't know I streamed earlier, I started streaming, I was trying to talk to people about this, or just Geiger counters in general, and it kept turning into, what's your favourite gas mask? What's your favourite helmet? Do you own this? When it was clearly in the background, you know? So it was people asking the questions to be fucking irritating. So yeah, I ended up just getting quite pissed off on the stream earlier. But yeah, I'm glad that this one's been better anyway. But yeah, cheers. So yeah, I'll head off now. Thank you, Keaton, as well, for giving me that money back that you had owed me. But I'm glad you did it. Thank you. And yeah, I won't be streaming tomorrow because it's a Saturday. Yeah, it's because YouTube being YouTube. When you get a stream where people turn up and want to chat properly, it doesn't send a notification out. But yeah, the problem I've noticed with YouTube is if you do a stream earlier in the day and then try and stream later the same day, it generally never sends a notification out for the second stream. Why they do that, I don't know. Maybe to stop people spamming people's inboxes with notifications. But, you know, it's irritating because it means that some days I've done a stream in the morning and then thought, you know, it's like 9 p.m. I want to do another stream, but then no, you don't get a notification. Anyway, I'll head off then. But yeah, thank you for all the people that have been on this evening and, you know, left good comments. Won't be streaming tomorrow. If I get time, I'll stream Sunday evening, but it depends how tired I am. But yeah, hopefully within a week, I should be going up to Sellafield for a day with this. You know, sea scale, wind scale, Sellafield, and seeing just how contaminated the beaches and everything are. Because I have a feeling this might have some alarming numbers on it up there with Britain's perfectly safe, you know, nuclear reprocessing plant. But yeah. Oh, that's interesting, radioactive cow. But yeah, it's more of a scientific thing, and I'll be taking all my test tubes up as well. Because if I find any particularly spicy sand or rocks, I want to take them as samples. You know, because if I can get free isotopes, why not? But yeah, right. See everybody. Thank you. This was a much better stream this evening. Have a good evening, everybody. And there's the end button.